Bosnian Genocide happened in 1992 till 1995. The climax part of the genocide was the Srebrenica massacre in July 1995, which had killed more than 8,000 Bosnian Muslim men and boys. In 1948, United Nations has adopted the Convention on the Prevention and Punishment of the Crime of Genocide.
Article 1, it states that genocide is an international crime. The massacre in Srebrenica had been categorized as genocide when the authority or government intended to clear out a race, ethnic or religious group in the country by force. Article 2 indicates several acts of committing genocide such as killing, causing serious physical mental injuries and measures intended to prevent birth. A journalist named Roy Gutman exposed the brutal conditions inside the detention camps run by Bosnian Serbs in northern Bosnia. Article 3 states the act of genocide, conspiracy, direct and public incitement, attempt and complicity in committing genocide are punishable. Article 4 indicates persons committing any of those acts shall be punished whether they are constitutionally responsible rulers, public officials or private individuals. Article 5 requires the parties to enact the necessary legislation to give effect to the convention, and in particular, to provide effective penalties for persons guilty of genocide or other acts. Article 6 states those criminals shall be tried by a competent tribunal of the state in the territory of which the act was committed, or by such international penal tribunal.
Article 7 provide for extradition. For instance, in Alexander Cvetković case, an immigrant from former Yugoslavia to Israel had been extradited to Bosnia-Herzegovina in 15th of August 2013 to stand trial for genocide.
Article 8 may call upon the competent organs of the United Nations to take such action under the Charter of the United Nations as they consider appropriate for the prevention and suppression of acts of genocide. Article 9 disputes regarding the interpretation, application or fulfillment of the present convention shall be submitted to ICTY.
In May 1993, UN Security Council established International Criminal Tribunal for former Yugoslavia in accordance with Article 6 in the Genocide Convention. Moreover, ICTY is the first UN court to handle war crimes, genocide, and crimes against humanity. In this case, 20 individuals were indicted by the ICTY for crimes committed in Srebrenica in 1995. However, the charges against the former Yugoslav, that is President Slobodan Milosevic, was not sentenced due to his death in cell before the prosecution ends.
In 2017, after 2 decades, Ratko Mladic, also known as Butcher of Bosnia, was sentenced to life imprisonment. He also faces 11 charges of imprisonment for a maximum of life but allowed to appeal and be given 40 years in prison.
In a nutshell, it is clear that the former Yugoslavia has violated the convention, and yes, the proceedings of the tribunal is still ongoing. However, the scars left inside the minds and hearts of the victims will hardly to fade.
Created using Powtoon.